Warehousing Live Meet the Leaders. Today we have Mr. Amit Kumar, co-founder Addverb Technology, which is one of the fastest growing mobile robotic startups. Amit's career spans over a decade and has been working in various industries before he ventured into Addverb, which is said to be driving the transformation through capturing the rise of Industry 4.0. Welcome, Amit, to Warehousing Live, and thank you for accepting our invitation.
Thank you, Akshita. Thanks for having me here.
Amit, you are the fastest growing technology company, and you have, seen so many changes happening in the industry. How do you see? How do you perceive the changes of intralogistic industry in India?
So, how things have changed drastically in last 4 months because of COVID. So, intralogistics has also changed, and we see a lot of transformation happening right now. Starting from the 3PL players who were more labor focused, and now they are looking at automation in their warehouses, or the manufacturing companies who were there, who were again labor dependent because of the great migration that happened in India. There are a lot of people. There are a lot of companies who are eyeing automation in their factories and warehouses to cover the risk of future. I'll tell you example of a FMCG player, a large player in India, who used to have before COVID 3 days inventory, 3 days FG and 3 days raw material inventory. But because of the disruptions in the supply chain, they decided to move to 30-day cycle. They are going to keep inventory for 30 days. So they have started building large warehouses to keep that kind of raw material. So this is one transformation that is happening. The second is that has been happening from a couple of years now, is the investment in infrastructure. So that infra investment has led to lot of warehousing, lot of the now roads are better, the vehicles are moving faster. You are getting nearer to cities, storing there a lot of material to feed to large cities. So that also has led to a lot of warehousing space being built up outside cities. And of course, the e-commerce boom and the retail boom, supported by COVID now, has changed entirely. Like the likes of Flipkart, Amazon, Reliance Retail, all are investing heavily in warehousing space right now, intralogistics space right now.
Automation is being discussed as the future of logistics, but when you talk about the movement, the show is much more slower as anticipated. Do you think COVID is going to push people to shift towards automation in a faster manner?
This has happened. This is happening. This has happened with us, that people are moving towards automation. I'll give you an example of a large retailer in Middle East. They build a warehouse. They said for the online orders, that warehouse will suffice to them for FY 24-25, and they have maxed out the limit of that warehouse this year itself. So they have all their plans have moved by 3 years. Now they are investing again in warehousing. So that shift has happened, that the consumer has moved towards online procurement, online buying, and subsequently all the automation in that sector, in the 3PL, in the e-commerce, in the retail sector, has started coming in. People have become very serious about it, and there are a lot of investment happening right now in these areas.
Artificial intelligence combined with robotics has become much more prevalent across the industries.
Yes.
Could you share some insights on the same?
Okay. So artificial intelligence is something that people have been trying to build that over years. It is not a one-day phenomenon that has happened, or because COVID or because of circumstances last 6 months that it has happened. People have been trying to invest in artificial intelligence from quite some time. We also build R&D team around artificial intelligence, specifically looking at that we have people in intralogistics also who understand intralogistics and AI both. And what we are trying to replicate is the human intelligence. It is still called artificial intelligence, not human intelligence, because we are far away from it. It is still artificial. But if a person can do 200 picks in an hour, can we do 100 or 50 or 70 or 80 picks using artificial intelligence-based robot? Can we do that? We are trying to achieve that. That a robot using vision, using sensors, can take real-time decisions and form an order. Let's say you order 15 items on Flipkart or Amazon or any other e-commerce site. Is that robot intelligent enough to identify those material and pick and pack for you? So that is what we are trying to do. That is what industry is also trying to achieve. There are different forms of it. There are different. There is a move. How we are moving those is different. We move in some other way. Whether we use a stationary arm or a top-mounted arm to pick those. So different ways of doing it. But this is what collectively in artificial intelligence in and robotics in a warehouse is trying to achieve.
So would you like to describe the solutions that Adverb has in this respect?
So we have a 3D bin picking robot, which has the vision capability to see. Let's say there's a crate which has soap also, shampoo, water also, which has a toilet cleaner also, and a coffee a box also. The robot can see that, take a decision real time, which one to pick, how far it is. It will go down, pick it, take it out, put it in a packing packet or a packing carton. So that real time intelligence we are building in robots, that they can act like human beings and take the decision real time. That is something that is happening. Then, as warehouses are getting complex, there are a lot of moving equipment, mobile robots, or these kind of robots inside a warehouse. How do you orchestrate those? There is a lot of traffic management inside a warehouse. Which order has to go to which robot? Which material has to reach where? All that also, there's a lot of real-time optimization that is happening on in these robots. So that is also part of artificial intelligence, that they sense what is around them, they optimize their paths, they optimize their picking sequences, and then conclude a specific task. So we have built products around this also.
ASRS is one of the most widely used automation solutions, and usage of the same is expected to grow rapidly post COVID-19. What is your opinion on the same?
Right. ASRS is automated storage and retrieval systems, right? It can be a full pallet also, it can be a carton also, it can be a crate also, that is being stored and retrieved when required automatically. That is a ASRS, right? So we have solutions for full pallet storage, deep lane pallet storage, that you can have one aisle or you can have a whole queue full of pallets and automation equipment going there and picking material. We have a similar solution for carton and tote handling also, which is automated storage and retrieval. And you can go higher also. You can go 30-meter high also with those solutions. With crane-based systems, you can go 40-meter, 45-meter high also. So those are the ASRS solutions. Those are there. Talking about the implementation and how COVID has changed the scenario, and how the implementation has increased for the demand for these systems have increased. For carton and tote storage, the e-commerce and retail sector, where you deal in smaller SKU sizes, smaller quantities of SKUs, this has the demand has increased, because now you are fulfilling more orders, you are storing more material, you are going higher. I always give this example that now people don't talk of square feet, they talk of cubic feet. So the warehouses have become taller, and which cannot be catered to manually. So ASRS has to be there to get the material out, store the material, and get the material out when required. So yes, ASRS has seen a jump in requirement, and we see that post COVID also this is going to be, because the buying pattern for you and me has changed. We buy more online now rather than going in a mall or going to a store. So that is going to sustain this demand in ASRS.
What are the different kinds of ASRS that you are providing as Adverb?
So we have the mother-child ASRS, as you call it. So there is a deep lane ASRS, where you can store let's say 10 pellets on one side, 10 pellets or more, or 5 4, whatever is the combination. You can have multi-deep on both sides of an aisle, and you can go higher up to 30 meters in that. That is one way ASRS solution for pellet storage. The other is a carton shuttle, which is for tote and crate and carton storage. So you can have crates which are stacked on in shelving one above the other, and a carton shuttle will go pick one and take it out using a lift. It comes out and it is served to wherever it is supposed to go. So we have these two ASRS solutions with us. We also do stacker-based ASRS systems, which can be higher in length than the 30-meter ASRS which I've talked about. So that these are the adverb capabilities in ASRS systems.
Have you developed any new products in during the COVID-19 period, especially for the logistics or e-commerce industry?
We have developed a UV robot based UV lamp based robot for disinfection, and during this COVID times we saw, because we already have the robot in place, we use it to transport crates or other equipment, other material inside a warehouse. So we thought that on that we can put a UV lamp also, and it can go autonomously inside a office or a warehouse or a factory and do disinfection. We built that product from scratch during the COVID time, design, test, and now we are exporting it to other countries also. So it is in good demand. Other than that, what we have done is we have, for logistics, whatever products we added. Let's say we have a single lane shuttle. We have made it multi-lane, so it is four-way rather than two-way. It can go four-way. So we have done those improvements in our products. We have built a product called Veloz, which is a mobile robot which can work with existing shelf and go and pick crates from the shelves, and it can bring 4 5 crates at one time to the picking and packing station basically. So we have built these products uh, specifically for intralogistics, and a UV robot which is more common across industries.
Okay. Anything in specific for e-commerce?
This Veloz is for e-commerce, where there's a lot of shelf-based storing that is happening. Carton shuttle is used in both e-commerce, retail. So these are for e-commerce. Yes, these products can be used in e-commerce.
Great. So what are the new cutting edge technologies that we can expect for the Indian logistics industry in the coming times?
There are a lot of things happening around mobile robotics, right? In India, the adoption is very less as of now. So I see a lot of warehouses having mobile robots implemented. There's a concept called flexible automation. So rather than having conveying system which has a defined path, the warehousing space in India will move toward flexible automation. So mobile robots is part of it. 3D bin picking is part of it. Automated storage retrieval systems, which are higher and they consume less space and store more. So these technologies, which are existing, which are not very new, they are existing across the world, will penetrate in the Indian warehousing space for sure. This we see it is happening. The trend is there. It is expedited because of COVID, obvious reasons. So we see this happening in Indian warehouses. We see that as of now, if you go to any logistics hub, you go out, let's say Bhiwandi, or you go to Manesar, or these places outside Mumbai or New Delhi, you'll see warehouses which are 10-meter high, 12-meter high. The warehouses are going to get higher. So you'll have 20-meter high, 30-meter high warehouses coming soon. So this change will happen in warehousing, how the warehouses are being built. In automation, you'll see a lot of mobile robots getting into a lot of flexibility. Robots which I can, let's say I have a peak during Diwali, so I can add more robots in the same space I can cater to. So flexibility will be there based on my demands. I can change how much I am giving the throughput in a warehouse. So these things will will come up in a warehouse. We see it happening, and we have a lot of discussions around these with a lot of customers, and these will start implementing in this year, end of this year or next year.
Great. Is there any message that you'd like to share with the industry using Warehousing Live platform?
Okay, so what we see where we are currently in India is we have done very well in manufacturing because of auto industry growing very fast in India. We are very good at software. We are becoming very good in the new technologies, artificial intelligence, machine learning. Now, combination of these gives you a very good automation equipment. So we are a little far from the developed countries, from the other countries in terms of automation equipment, but it is time that we do that and we become market leaders in this, world leaders in this, because we have all the basic ingredients to become a very good automation, intralogistics automation players for and cater to the world requirements. And I see that happening with a lot of companies going abroad and doing very well. In India, there is a lot of competition in the grown companies. So I think, and the message is that let's work together, build products which can cater to the world requirement and become world leaders in warehouse automation, intralogistics automation space.
Great. Thank you, Amit, for sharing such insights, and thank you for your valuable time today. Until we
Thanks.
meet next, another expert, thank you, everyone.